If your goal was to save 100,000 by the end of the 52-week saving challenge, week 26 of our 52-week saving challenge, you should have saved 50,000 or more. Remember, I've noted there are some people who are pushing hard and they have already exceeded their target. There are some people who are within their target and others are struggling. I've said time and time again, we are all winners because you're making progress. The only loser is the only person who gave up and never tried again and does not even make an effort to pick. If maybe your target was 1,000 per week, then you decide to lower a bit and decide to go 500, then you are the only one who is losing. But as long as you're putting in effort, you are a winner. So let's have a reality check at week 26, which is usually a burnout phase. 26 weeks is not a joke. That is exactly 6 months. 6 months of sacrifices, discipline, delayed gratification, consistency, tired of my reminders every week on social media pages, on our WhatsApp group, but you're still pushing on. The driving force for any challenge is what you want to achieve. If, for instance, you want to upgrade your phone, I have seen people work so hard to save for a phone upgrade. Why would it be so difficult for you to save to create capital for your investment? I don't understand, because those are two important things to you, perhaps, but you give priority to one. Or you actually decide to take a phone loan instead of taking a loan to invest. Those again are two different approaches that people can consider, yet you're overlooking them. In today's episode, we are going to do a catch-up, a review, and perhaps see what we can do to keep up with the challenge until the end. Hello good people, Jessie is my name and this is the Money and Growth Circle, where we are working towards financial peace and ultimately financial freedom. If this is your kind of content, make sure you subscribe, turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified every time we have a new upload. Let's get to the video. 52 weeks is a long time to make a difference or to actually lose focus, because you feel like a whole year is too long. The first week is exciting, you made your New Year resolution, along the way you failed, you made your usual New Year resolutions, you're used to not keeping your word. So the first week was exciting. It felt easy, it felt manageable, it felt comfortable, super exciting. By week 26, you're wondering, how can I continue keeping up with this challenge? By week 26, you dropped. You see my chats on the WhatsApp group, you see my new video on the saving, you see a catch-up video and you just flip. The expectation is by this time, discipline has taken over your saving and investment habits. Because remember, the goal was not to save more, but to at least have discipline to save and invest. You should ensure at least 20% of your income, if not more, goes to your saving and investment. And we said the saving only applies to emergency fund or when you're saving for a short-term goal. If you have met those two, or perhaps at the moment you don't have a short-term goal, everything over and above your emergency fund should go to your investments. The first half of the saving challenge builds discipline. The second half is when you see wealth. Imagine you started the saving challenge with zero savings. Today, if your target was 100,000, you are at 50,000. If your target was 50,000, you are at 25. Can you imagine? Would you have thought that maybe perhaps you would have saved and accumulated that amount? I know a big number of individuals who do not have an emergency fund, And now, based on these two challenges that we have been running, now they're building something for themselves. Remember this challenge, you will have yourself to thank, not me, but yourself, because you kept going strong. I'm only here to guide you on approaches to grow your wealth. But the most important person in this equation is you. So I'm here to make sure that you don't quit, because can you imagine saving for 6 months only to quit? It's like planting a tree for 6 months, you water it, when it has started growing and thriving, you cut it off. What have you done? You'll have done the hard work without receiving the reward for your hard work. So make sure you achieve a reward for your hard work and your sacrifices. Most people don't fail because they couldn't save. They fail because they stopped too soon. Not because they lacked money, but they fail because they lack persistence. And that is why this intervention exists. We are halfway and we are going all the way. If you quit along the way, I'm here to remind you, you better get back on track, because we are saving all the way. Perhaps if you quit and you can't be able to catch up, start where you are today. So let me give you a story of Grace. Grace started with all of us. Personally, I'm still keeping up with the challenge, and I'm sure a number of other people who reach out to me, they are still keeping up. Okay? From January to April, she was very consistent. In April, she got an emergency, and of course, because she didn't have an emergency fund in place, she had to utilize the funds, so she experienced a setback. So she missed 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Soon, she felt she was so behind in the challenge that she decided to quit. I'm here to remind you, the grace that is the real grace and the other graces that have stopped or quit the challenge because of one reason or the other, it's time to get back on track. You may not achieve what you anticipated at the beginning of the challenge, but whatever you achieve is what was meant for you. So for Grace, she resumed the challenge. What changes did she effect? She stopped chasing perfection. She accepted that the original plan had changed. She started a side hustle and used the funds from the side hustle to build her saving fund. She focused on consistency instead of trying to catch up whatever track she had already missed. Week by week, contribution by contribution, she's back in the challenge, and she's anticipating to at least achieve half or at least get to the full of what she had set for herself. That shows determination. The lesson: wealth is not built by perfect people, it's built by persistent people. The person who gets to their destination or who achieves their goals is the person who never quits. Now let's take a moment. From the start of the challenge, you had your goal. Where are you in your goal? If you intended to save 100,000, you should be at 50 or more. If it is 20,000, you should be at 10,000. If it is 10,000, you should be at 5,000. If it is 1,000,000, you should be at 500,000. Let me know in the comment section, what percentage have you achieved? And if you don't want to use percentage, you can put the amount, because I'm just curious. I'm so excited by the number of people who keep to the challenge and who keep going even when it sounds like you just want to quit. So let's take a deficit scenario. Let's assume your target by now was 35,100 and you have 25,100, giving you a deficit of 10,000. Most people would panic and start changing their goal, but smart people will split the 10,000 over the remaining period just to catch up over a period of time, because sometimes lump sum may not work. So if that is you, don't give up, spread the 10,000 so that at least you keep going, you don't despair, you don't see like you're not making progress. And by the end of the 52-week saving challenge, I'm sure you will be somewhere. I said we are saving in a money market fund. So, assuming one person has been saving in the piggy bank. Today, they have 35,100. Just an estimate. Someone who decided to open the money market as I recommended, especially Etika or Kuza Asset Management, they are now almost 40,000 because of the compounding effect and because they have now been earning interest and making more from the interest on interest, the compounding effect, which means they cannot be in the same level with the person who has been putting the money in a piggy bank. But I said, if you're starting up and piggy bank feels your first saver haven, put your money there. Don't panic, don't worry. Even if inflation is creeping, at least you're saving, and with time you'll gain the confidence to go to the next level and open a money market fund account or even a bank savings account. So here is our assignment. You need to check on your tracker and see where you are versus where you ought to have been. Look at the actual numbers. Open that money market fund account and see how much interest you have earned, to have a feel that someone is rewarding your sacrifices in terms of the small returns that you get. Now, since you have seen perhaps you're struggling or you're keeping up, it's time to automate your saving. Place that standing order. You have been able to survive for 6 months without spending that money that is saved. Now, automate it so that with time, whenever you have anything extra, you're able to put it in the saving fund. I shared a video, I'll try and link it, of how to cut your expenses to accommodate inflation and also accommodate such instances like this one. Which one describes you? Are you ahead of the challenge within, or you're lagging behind, or you actually quit? Let me know in the comment section and your next course of action. If it is something that I can assist on a workaround, reach out. Okay? Yeah. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you're new, kindly consider subscribing. If you're returning, thank you so much for always coming back to watch our videos. See you on the next one. Bye.